Tyler.
And we work for the Harvard Garden Project. Today we're going to be cooking some delicious and nutritious kale chips. It's a really simple recipe, so we hope that if you get some kale on your hands, you try this at home. So first, what you always have to remember to do is to preheat your oven. This time it's just to 250. We just really need to dry out the kale, not so much cook it. So now we'll move on to washing. Just have to give these a little rinse, make sure they're nice and clean before we stick them in the oven. It's just going to take a little while.
When you're making kale chips, you can either keep the whole leaf as it is and put olive oil on it, salt and pepper, and then cook it as it is, or you can break it up into smaller pieces, which is what we are going to do. So what you want to do is place the leaf of kale on its stomach and then cut down the center stem on either side.
It's very important to take the center rib out because you basically can't eat it.
Yeah, the center rib is very chewy and not very good to taste. So then you're left with two outside leaves, and then you just put it in the...
Here we go. You can just take a bunch of them. And, don't be too fussy. This is just like regular chips, those are hardly regular, but just make them into manageable pieces. They're not going to shrink down a terrible lot in the oven, so make them pretty big. Just going to have to do a little transfer there. As you can see, this makes a lot of kale chips, and this is only 12 leaves. So really that's not very much when you're picking it or when you're buying it at the supermarket, but this recipe just has fantastic yield. Great for healthy snacks, serving with a bunch of other hors d'oeuvres at a party maybe, or just kind of munching. Kale chips are great. Alright, so now that we've got them all manageably sized, we're going to add about a tablespoon of olive oil. Just kind of drizzle it over. And then some salt and pepper. Again, this, like I said, a really easy and simple recipe that yields delicious results. I like my kale chips peppery. So then you just kind of toss them around, make sure that they all get very well coated. You can add a little more of anything you like. You could add different seasonings, maybe some cayenne pepper if you really want them to be spicy, maybe some spices, herbs. You could take some rosemary from your garden maybe. That would be good. Maybe a little garlic. Just, you can get creative with these. They're a very basic base recipe that you can do a lot of interesting things with. Just gotta make sure they get all covered up, or else they might burn in the oven, and nobody likes cleaning burnt kale off of a cookie sheet. It's not good. Alright, it looks like these are done.
Okay, so once you have coated all of the leaves in olive oil and salt and pepper, next thing you want to do is take the leaves and put them on a cookie sheet. You only want a single layer of the kale. You don't want them to crowd each other or be on top of each other, because then you might have to cook it longer. So you just want a single layer, like this, we'll probably have to make 2 batches because we only have 1 cookie sheet here. I don't think it matters if you put them face up or face down, but okay. I think we're good to put these in the oven. So you already preheated your oven to 250. So you just take them, put in the cookie sheet. And you will cook them for 30 to 33 minutes, depending on how wrinkled or doubled over the leaves are. So I think that we'll just cook ours for 30 minutes.
Alright, it's been about 30 minutes, maybe a little longer. So now we're going to take our kale chips out. We're going to have to wait a couple minutes for those to cool down, but we'll be back in a bit and we'll tell you how they taste.
Alright, well, let's see how these turned out. Pretty good.
Really good.
Alright, well, that's all for our cooking demo today. We hope you enjoyed it. Bye!